Nvidia becomes the most valuable company for a few days, immediately tries to strong-arm their enterprise customers.
Totally sounds right.
On Tuesday, Nvidia became the world's most valuable company, surpassing Microsoft in market cap as it passed Apple a week before. Oh man, Riley puts in a little note here. Wow, I guess gamers must really be picking up a lot of GPUs. Sorry. Yeah, not even a little. Perhaps in hopes that what goes up could just keep going up, Nvidia is reportedly trying to pressure partners like Dell, HP Enterprise, and Supermicro into buying complete server rack designs from Nvidia, starting with the GB200. This would deprive these companies of the margin they usually make from designing their own racks.
We've heard that story before.
And that is why I don't actually know this, but what I do know is Nvidia's manner of behaving. And that is why EVGA is no longer in the GPU business, because Nvidia slowly, carefully, generation by generation, extracts more and more of the total value of every dollar coming in to anything that has anything to do with one of their solutions until there is absolutely nothing left for their so-called partners. And I've told them this to their faces, and they even have sponsored us recently. I've told them they are the cheapest fucking bastards that I have ever worked with.
Yeah,
because they've been very rich for a very long time. It's just reached a whole new level lately. But I don't know how difficult they can be sometimes in what I would consider to be partnership, in a partnership relationship.
Yeah.
It can be very challenging. And don't imagine for a second that they're the only ones. I think I just rag on them a lot because the disparity between how well they do and how hard it is to sort of.
It seems like the better they do, the more they want to be difficult to work with.
And I don't think it's wanting to be difficult to work with. I think it's just thinking, and in many cases rightly, that if you want to play with our ball, you're going to have to play with our rules. I get it. It's not like it's not an attitude that people can kind of understand. It's like, I'm sorry, you want to build NVIDIA GPUs? Well, like, we have all the NVIDIA GPUs, and if you don't like the way that, we do GPU partnership, you're more than welcome to go make ARC. Right? Like, it's
yeah.
They technically have competitors, but they don't really.
I'm sure it was going on before this. What felt like the beginning of the end to me was when they started controlling how brands could do box art. That was like a big sign of like, oh boy.
That was a public-facing sign.
Yes.
In the background, all kinds of other things were going on. I remember when Hard OCP back in the day blew the lid off of Project Greenlight, where they were also controlling how their board partners could build the cards and validate the cards themselves.
That's
one of the ones that drives me absolutely crazy. Do you know why the Framework 16 has an AMD GPU?
I've heard the story, but I don't remember.
I don't know this for sure because you know what? To Framework's credit, they don't tell me anything. And I don't mean that. No, I mean that in a good way.
No, I was going to say, like, didn't you basically ask for that?
I guess.
Sort of like indirectly.
Whether I did or not, though, it wouldn't have mattered. Me asking for that was just a demonstration that we're aligned. But I was chatting with the CEO at Computex, and I was just ribbing him about something. I can't remember what it was, but basically, I don't even know what my shares are worth. And so he was joking. I was joking with him. I was like, you don't tell me anything, man. I don't even know how much my shares are worth. He's like, oh, I can actually get you that. I'm like, no, forget it. It actually doesn't matter. But the point is that anything that is bound by NDA, he intentionally keeps me kind of at arm's reach.
Oh, good.
Even compared to other investors in some cases, because he recognizes that I'm a member of the media. And even though he trusts me, he recognizes that his agreement is that he won't talk to a member of the media about this. So it doesn't matter if I also happen to be an investor. He's just not going to do it. And I respect that. I actually really like that because, someone who like, is trustworthy, but like tells you something is not trustworthy, right?
Yeah.
So I legitimately do not know the answer to this question. But what I do know is a lot of things about NVIDIA. What I do know is a lot of things about how other partners have found working with NVIDIA. So what I will tell you is that my best guess, this is a very educated guess, my best guess is that the reason that the Framework 16 has an AMD GPU and has no NVIDIA options whatsoever is that NVIDIA won't allow their partners to build a non-standard form factor GPU. They don't care if the engineering is fine. They don't care if a customer wants it. They don't care if there's more, repairability and sustainability in this approach where you don't have to swap out your entire main board if something goes wrong with a GPU memory die. They don't care about any of that. What they care about is controlling the ecosystem. And they have decided they've been trying to kill MXM for so many generations. So that's the old kind of standard mobile GPU form factor that manufacturers like Clevo have been relying on for the like big fat desktop replacement machines for many, many years. But they've been trying to kill that forever. And imagining for a second that NVIDIA is going to allow some, new form factor to pop up is just, it's one of the things that I told Framework when I first heard early rumors that they were working on a gaming laptop. It's one of the first things I told Framework is like, look, how are you guys going to do a GPU? Like, I don't understand this product. And as it turns out, they managed to get AMD to play ball, or at least one of AMD's partners to just, YOLO it and do it. But NVIDIA's partners don't dare step out of line. And it's one of those things where like, think about if you met a couple, okay? You don't have to see what he does to notice that his wife never speaks.
Yeah. Or like flinches at times, little things like there's a lot of signs that can tell you kind of what's going on.
So the fact that none of NVIDIA's partners say anything doesn't mean that everything's going great.
Yeah.
To be clear,
that's a good point.
To be clear, our new contact there has been great. We're back engaged with NVIDIA right now.
Just like every company, there's really good people there, and there's really not.
But it's clear
it scales a lot.
It's clear the relationship NVIDIA cares most about is the one with their shareholders. And you know what? To NVIDIA's credit, they're doing real great by their shareholders right now.
Oh yeah,
I can't even. Man, that stock split, dude. At the rate it's continued to go up, I'm kind of sitting here going, are we going to get above $1,000 again? Like, what is going on here? Like, I don't own any NVIDIA, but I sure wish I did at this point. Good Lord.
Hopefully not for long.
Yeah. And we'll see if they tolerate me, saying this about them. Sometimes I wonder, because I know Jensen knows who I am. Like, we've met before and stuff like that. Sometimes I wonder, does he hear me talk about, NVIDIA's tight grip on its partnerships, and does he go, oh, Linus is being mean to me? Or does he go, Linus gets it, that's how I do things?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I genuinely suspect it's that.
It's not like he shies away from being like a strong leader.
And you know what? In a weird way, I kind of, if he does own it like that, I do respect that slightly more. Because it is worse, in my opinion, if you're like, no, I don't. And then you just do it anyways.
Okay,
so if he owned it, like, that's still bad.
I agree with you that hypocrisy makes any crime worse.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy makes any transgression much, much worse.
But if he did watch this and was like, yeah.
Yep, that's how we do it. That's how we've crushed it since I founded this company, and that's how we're going to keep crushing it. We are, one of the world's most valuable companies. We have like one product. Okay, they don't have one product, but they have GPUs and GPU accessories, essentially, right?
Yeah.
That Mellanox acquisition, man, when I saw it, I was like, that seems pretty smart. Data center, communicate. I didn't know where they were going with it.
Huge.
That was so much bigger than I realized.
Yeah.
Dude.
He's got that vision.
So when does Nvidia just like acquire AMD? There's no way, antitrust wise, there's no way they could do
Not
it.
even sort of.
But like Nvidia plus AMD.
I feel like that's something that they super don't want to do.
Oh no, I don't think they want to do it. They don't actually want to be a monopoly, but I'm imagining what a powerhouse that could be. Not that, you know what, maybe the x86 license just doesn't matter anymore though. Because that's the kind of thing that you used to kind of like think about 5 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, man, like what if Nvidia
had an x86 license?
Had an x86 license? Because like,
how many years you think x86 has left on it?